now so we can start our meeting. Okay, done. So, hello everyone again. Just to introduce myself, I'm Sophia. I'm a host here on TNT since 2020, and I'm going to be your host today. And I'm 25 years old. I'm from Vaders, a small city in Minas Gerais. And I'm currently working at Alpargatas in São Paulo. So I live here now. And just to talk a little bit more about myself, I love all kind of sports. So I grew up playing all kind of sports. So I'm really a big fan. And I really like to wake up early so I can work out very in the beginning of the morning so I can do the rest of the thing I have to do in the rest of the day. I can just admit more people that are coming here. So welcome to our meeting today. I really want to know if there is anyone here for the first time on TNT. Or you all know how TNT works? No one is new? Great. Oh, yeah, you are new, Danielle.
Yeah, I'm new.
Great, nice to have you here. Welcome. And I will just explain a little bit what we are and why we are here. So TALKNTALK is a conversation platform for beginner, intermediate, and advanced speak English. And the live conversations meetings here are for all levels, so we do not separate them. And this is not a class, so we are not here to teach you anything. I'm not a teacher, for sure. And we are just here to learn with each other and to practice, and feel free to make mistakes, say whatever you want to say. We just ask you all to respect each other and to have fun here, okay? So today we are going to talk about financial education, and I'm going to send you some questions to guide the conversation, but you don't have to hold on these questions. You can create your own, and you can start with the number 1 and then go to number 5. You choose whatever you want. These questions are just to guide the conversation. And I'm also going to split you all in a small room so we can have a better conversation, okay? So some of you are going to stay here with me, and in the other rooms I'm going to open, I ask you to present yourselves there and choose a leader, a volunteer who wants to lead the conversation, just to try to guide the conversation, make everyone talk and share your ideas. All right. And doubts? Okay, so I'm going to split you. I'm creating just 3 rooms. Okay, guys, some of you are going to stay here with me. See you in a couple of minutes, guys. Bye. So we are going to be here, and I really want you to introduce yourself first. Can you start, Anna? It's a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, I'm having... Can you listen me?
Yeah.
Yeah, my microphone is not... Okay. I am Ana Clara. I'm 23 years old. I am here on TNT for a long time. I am a hostess as well every Wednesday at 5. So if you can join me. I'm studying civil engineering in college. I will be graduated this year. I'm working in the area, and as Sophia, I love sports. I'm surfing now, and I like the nature, this kind of things. That's me.
Great, thank you, Ana. And you, Jefferson? Hello.
Good evening for everybody. I'm Jefferson. I live in Goiânia, Goiás, the best and most beautiful city of Brazil because I live here. I'm economist and professor of Catholic University of Goiás.
Great.
That's it.
Good. How did you discover TNT, Jefferson?
It's an old story. I was looking for a site about cinema, and I see TNT. Oh, that's a good. Must be something about films. So I clicked there, and I discovered TNT by Telegram. And I discovered one guy called Felipe Soares. And I tell him, what's TNT? He's TALK. Well, it's okay. Let's talk. And I'm here for 5 months, and I enjoy it a lot.
Great to hear that. Thank you. And you, Luciane?
Hello, everybody. My name is Luciane. I am a civil engineer, and I live in São Francisco do Sul, Santa Catarina. I've been here in TALKNTALK since last November, and I was thinking about how I discovered TNT, and I remember that I received an invitation in a WhatsApp group about women in tech. As I remember, I cannot say teacher. The hostess, Isabelle Dalbono.
Oh, yeah.
sent the invitation, and I am here since then. I love this place. Is an amazing place to improve my English, my conversation, and to know interest people around Brazil and around the world.
Great. Thank you, Lu. And you, Gustavo?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
My name is Gustavo. I am 25. I study computer engineering, and I discovered TNT in LinkedIn.
Oh, great. Thank you, Gustavo. And you, Dani?
Hello, guys. I'm Daniela. I'm from Brasilia. I am 18 years old. I'm about to start architecture college next month, and that's it. I discovered TNT on LinkedIn too.
Oh, great. I think I didn't use LinkedIn at 18 years old when I was 18. Great. So nice to meet you all, guys. Let's start with our questions, and I'm not going to ask names. Please answer the questions, and just if no one says anything, that I'm going to pick one to start answering, okay? So the first question is, can you save money? Who here has this habit?
I can.
Okay, go ahead. Ladies first, okay?
Okay. Nowadays, I don't save money. I try to pay my bills, but I want to save money, and I think it's very, very important.
Yeah, I agree. It's not so easy, right?
It's not easy.
And you, Jefferson?
Okay, in my case, as a professional financial,
You can teach us all here today.
yeah, it's impossible to say no. Yeah, I really, for a long time, even when I was a student and I began to work, I saved money. All the time I used to save money. And sometimes I used to save 10% of my salary and sometimes 30% of my salary. I think this is important for your future to know a lot of things, to pay less, because you pay in cash, you pay less. And you can't pay interest rate because it's too high in Brazil. It's terrible about, for example, credit card. It's terrible in Brazil. I think it's the high now today. It's the highest in the world. It's terrible. So you need to save money. Okay, and you, Daniela, go ahead, please.
Hey, right now I'm not working, so I'm not saving money. But when I was working, was something that I like to do. I think I didn't do it well, but I tried.
Yeah, I think that's the important thing. Try at least, you know, when you think about it, because sometimes we don't have the money, but if we just think about it and try to organize our finances to start just keeping some money, maybe, I don't know, 10 reais at first. Who else?
Yeah, about me, I have been saving money. I have this habit since maybe my first job when I was the first paid job. So not all the money, but a part, as Jefferson said. And nowadays I'm study more about this, and I know that's important to save 30% of your budget and 10% to retirement and the others to dreams, this kind of things. And I'm liking this. I think it's very important, and try to teach the other people of your family, because as I see here, the one question about to learn this is in school we don't have this, so it's important to spread this information. But it's it. And you, Gustavo?
Yes, I can. I'm not working right now, but I save money to buy anything that I want. So I keep saving until I buy that thing.
And it's important exactly for those times too, when we can't work or we are not working and we just need money, we need money for life. So it's good to when we have this opportunity to save some money while we are working to the future, right? And guys, do you consider yourself controlled with expenses? Who here is controlled, or who here spends a lot of money without thinking a lot about it?
I consider I am controlled. I like to save money. I like to planning I like to planning everything, and I think I am very, very controlled.
Good.
Yeah, I'm like Luciana. I like to control and to make an Excel and put all my my bills there, what I buy or not. I'm this person. And you, Jefferson?
I'm very controlled all the time. I know everything I need to pay. I used to pay before. If I have something I must pay, for example, the day 5, I used to pay the day 3. For me, this is very important. because I don't like to pay fee or to pay interest rate. It's not so good for me. And then as Ana Clara and Luciana Garces, I have my budgets, all of them controlled. I just buy something if I have money to pay. If I haven't money, I can buy something. If I wanna to buy a new car, I'm saving money, then I go there to buy the car by installments. But I used to buy the car, for example, in 24 installments and without interest rate. Most of the time, I used to negotiate it when I would buy something with high value, like a car, for example. And you, Gustavo, go ahead, please.
Yes, I consider myself controlled. I always think how much do I have, how much I'm using, like in a credit card. So yes, I consider myself.
For me, I guess right now I'm trying to be more controlled because I start to write all my expenses and I see how much I was spending money in things that I didn't need. So before I was not controlled, but now I guess I am.
Oh, I thought I was never going to hear someone who was no controlled here, because everyone is very controlled. Nice to hear from you this, Dani, but I'm happy that you are trying to control better now. And just to share my experience, like I was always a very controlled person, but last year when I started working with a better salary, I think I don't know, I felt very happy and I started paying, spending a lot of money. And this year I promised to myself that I'm going to control better again, because, oh my God, last year I spent a lot of money. And I used the excuse that I was in the pandemic and I had to be happy and I need this, I need that. So it was, oh my God, I was saving some money, but not the amount that I used, that I would like to. So this year I'm more controlled. and as you guys who controlled in spreadsheets, how do you do this? Like do you split them in categories so you know how much you spend with transportation or food or bills? Do you know this? Or you just control and know that, oh, I spent like 400 reais last month? Or you know with which things you spend the money?
I make a list of my bills, but I don't divide. One list, the date to pay the bill and pay the bill only.
Okay.
And how about you, Ana?
Sorry. I usually write down the fixed ones like water, internet. As I live with my mother, I can divide, so I pay some of the bills and her the others, and then I try to separate the necessary, like guys, like to the car, for example, and to, oh my God, food, and apart to myself, like to waste in the way that I want, and presents, this kind of things. And you, Daniela, sorry.
For me, I just write like for months what I spend, and I specify like it's food or clothes, whatever. But how I'm not working and I'm not going out of home, so I just need simply like that.
Call someone to answer.
Oh, okay. How about you, Jefferson?
Okay, in my case, yes, I have a different categories. Really, I think most of I use my budget. I think from home. I pay the condo, I pay electric energy, I pay sanitation, sewage sanitation too. I used to buy a lot of things to my home to clean the house, and I think it's the biggest part of my budget. And the other ones about food, I love to drink beer, to buy good things to eat. I think it's very important for me. I really love to have a good food. And transportation, just a little bit. I have one old car. I use my car for a long time, 12 years old. My cell phone is 4 years, it's too good now. It's Samsung S9 Plus. It's so good until now. No problem for me. So I really used to split my budget in categories and separate when I receive the money, something to invest. I invest in stocks, ações, and Tesouro Direto. It's bonds. Now I invest in this kind of investment. And you, Gustavo?
At the moment, I'm not separating the categories, so I would do that, but right now I'm not doing.
Great. Thank you, guys. And my next step is to invest in stocks too, because I really want to put some of my money there and also, I don't know, split more my money in different kind of investments, but I'm trying to learn more about it and I'm postponing it. I admit, but I have this goal for this year to start investing my money better, so I will do it. And guys, do you agree that we should have financial education at school? Anna was already saying a little bit about this.
Yeah, I think it's totally important because we start oh my God. After high school, we go to the world and we don't know what we're going to do. And about money, we receive our first salary and don't know what can we do. And I think it's very important to have a better life, to help your family, and to grow. I think it's very important. And to a lot of people can have this kind of studies, but in public school, we know that we don't have this at all. So I think it's important there and to try to change a little bit about this subject in our country. I think that's it. And you, Luciane?
I think it is very, very important because when you are a child, you don't have awareness, how can I say, conscience about the finance of your family. So if you you have no idea, so you want many things, many expensive things. That your parents can't buy. So if you have financial education, some kids will be more conscious about the economic scenario of the family. And how about you, Gustavo?
I think that's really important. As Ana Clara said, even the private school that I had, they did not teach. So I think that's really hard to save money without knowing nothing. So right now, I'm not sure if they are doing that, but I think that's really important.
How someone do?
Daniela.
I think it's very important because basically we need money for do everything in this world, and we don't know how to use that. In Brazil, this is still a big problem, and the school it's like a base that everybody has. So I think this education financial should start with that. What do you think, Jefferson?
In my case, I have two daughters. The first present gift that I gave to them, was a book like this called Rich Dad something else. It's very important, and I used to discuss, to debate a lot about these questions at home. And as Daniela said, I think I'm very worried about education at school, because the Brazilian people, the poor families spend too much money, and they can't pay the bills. It's terrible situation now. I'm very worried about this, like credit cards and other kind of to make money without have money. That's terrible. So I think you must have educational at school for everybody. Poor guys, middle family, or rich guys. This is very important, especially when you're very young, not old guy, but young with 16 or 18 years old. That's very important. Because like Sophia, I hope she learned it now, how it's not so easy to pay interest rates so high. It's not easy. To spend money, it's so good, but to pay the bills is not so good.
Yeah. I learned. I'm going to control myself. Yeah, thank you for your answers. And now, let's go to number 6. What are the consequences of the lack of financial planning knowledge of the most people in our country? Because I really think that we have more than one problem here, because we are not taught about this, and we also have a lot of people who just earn money enough to eat and to, live. So this is very, very, very difficult. But I really believe that we should talk more about this and discuss more this, and as Anna was saying, to spread this message, because despite all the people who really can't save any money because just earn them enough to live, we have a lot of people who just don't save any money because don't have any knowledge about this. So this is what I want us to discuss here. What are the consequences of this? And I think the video also told us about this a little bit, because they said the rich become more richer and the poor becomes more poor. And I don't know, I want to hear you guys. What do you think are the consequences of this lack of financial knowledge? Jefferson, as you are our teacher here, our
not a teacher, some professor. Let's explain just a little difference. You are a teacher on secondary or high school. If you are a teacher at the university, you're a professor, not a teacher. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a little bit. Yeah, just something. But about this consequence, it's terrible, as you said, Sophia. The rich guys used to save money and to pay everything and to invest, and the poor guys have no money to invest and pay the bill. The consequence is this gap between the rich and the poor families. The figures, the numbers show us that 10% of the families now in Brazil can't pay the bills. 10%, 25 pay the bills with high interest rates. So it's terrible situation, especially poor families. And the consequence of all of this, you are giving money for the banks. That's it.
I don't know if anyone has much more to say about it.
Daniela, go ahead.
Okay. I don't know. I think this situation is really terrible, especially because in Brazil is everything so expensive. So I think the poor families have more problems to buy food, to pay the bills, and already have money to save. So I guess the problem is bigger than we imagine. What do you think, Ana Clara?
Yeah, I agree with Jefferson said in the final about the banks are richer because for me, oh my God, one of the consequences is because it's a lot of debts. People don't have money to pay, but continue buying things because this knowledge about the financial plans and this kind of things. So the rich people are more rich and the poor are more poor, as the video show. For me, is that. And you, Gustavo?
I agree with you all. And I think that the worst consequence would be people spending more money that they can have in a month. So they will always be in debt. So that's what Jefferson said, that they're just giving money to the banks after all.
Yeah, this is the worst.
I didn't answer. I think it's terrible because for the banks, it's not interesting if people pay the bill, the bill in the right dates. Okay, and I see many people buying food with credit cards. I think it's so terrible. So, but for them is the way to survive. And how can I say this can be a bola de neve?
I don't know.
Snowball.
Yeah.
And snowball.
Yeah.
Snowball.
Yeah. And now we enter the question about credit card. I really want to hear from you. What are the pros and cons about having it? Do you have any? Do you use it? How do you use it? Let's talk about this.
Okay, I have and I use, but I try to use it to buy more expensive things that I can't pay in cash. So I split in 10 or 12 parts, and I try to pay in day, okay? but it's the way to buy something more expensive, I think. I would love to pay in cash, but nowadays. And how about you, Ana Clara?
Yeah, I prefer paying in cash or in debit card because we can see that we have the money, so let's pay this. But I have credit cards and I use to buy things in internet because it's easier and some sites just accept this credit card. But I am conscious about, I'm aware about how much I can pass in the credit card and not. And yeah, that's it. And you, Jefferson?
I used to pay almost everything with credit card. For me, it's very important. I used to pay insurance of my car. I used to pay food, supermarkets, when I go to drink or to travel. Even I bought a car for my wife and I paid with credit card. I think it's very important. Why I use this? Because it's very important to have air miles or airline miles. Can use both. So I used to travel with my air miles. That's very important for me. And sometimes, for example, in this pandemic situation, I didn't travel, but I bought a lot of things with my air miles. I used to buy this. But the most important thing, it's very important to use credit card for this, but you need to control, Sophia, to control, not to spend so much.
Yeah,
we have control your spending.
Yeah, we need to have the amount you can expend in mind, so you can go over this. And this is what I'm doing this year.
Don't access Shopee, okay?
But I'm like you. I spend everything in my credit card because I control myself better this way. You know, all my things are in the credit card, and I don't know. I think it's better for me. But I'm controlling. I am not the person from last year anymore.
Yeah, because when you buy something by credit card, you see notifications, so you can control you can see your money, your budget, and what you're gonna to spend with. That's something that you wanna buy. That's it. And you, who's the next one? Maybe Gustavo Moura? Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Sorry, I do have a credit card. I think that's really good. It's good for online shopping, and when you go out and I don't like to have money in my wallet, so I think that's easier just to have a card. And I think the bad thing that what you said, that you can spend a lot without noticing. So that's it. And you, Daniela?
I don't have a credit card. My mom has one that has a high limit. So when me and my sisters need to buy something on internet or something really expensive, then we buy in this credit card. And it's better because it's her credit card, so we don't spend a lot of money. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, she can control everything.
Yeah.
And who here invests money? Jefferson has already told us that he invests, but in what do you invest? When did you start investing, or do you plan to start? How is this for you guys?
I don't invest for now.
But do you plan to start investing?
Yes,
or something?
yes, I plan, but I wanted to make him my reserve of emergency at first. For 1 or 2 years. It's my dream for now. And how about you, Gustavo?
I do not invest, but I plan to do so when I get a job. And I don't know exactly what to do. So just something in the future that I will consider. And you, Daniela?
I don't invest yet because I don't know how to do this. So I'm planning to study this to start invest. How about you, Ana Clara?
Yeah, maybe I can consider that I'm investing because I am trying to invest in a digital bank. Like it's a basic investment, but it's better than traditional banks. But my dream is to start to invest and hard investments. And for me, it's a goal that I have.
I think Jefferson.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jefferson.
No problem. As I said, even as my first job, I used to invest. I invested in saving, in Portuguese, caderneta de poupança at that time. So I learned to invest in fixed income. In Portuguese, is renda fixa.
I like that he knows all of the English terms for this topic.
But now I'm investing in stocks. I love stocks. São ações, mercado de ações. And because the situation is not so good now for some kinds of stocks, I'm investing in bonds. In Portuguese, Tesouro Direto. It's very important to invest in Tesouro Direto, especially Selic, Tesouro Selic. It's a very good one because you have liquidity. If you want to have the money for 2, 4, or 3 months ago, you have the money. If you invest in Tesouro IPCA, for example, you can have the money. You just have the money when finish the time. So you can invest some, for example, you bought Tesouro Selic for 2030. You can withdraw this money now. If you withdraw, you can lose. So if you have problem like Lucian said about liquidity, if you need the money for 2, 4, or 5 months ago, the best investment is Tesouro Selic.
We are learning a lot. This is very good. And I was going to say something, I forgot. Oh yeah, I think the lack of knowledge about this all financial terms and things that we can do is one of the main reasons for me to be afraid to invest in some things. You know, I started learning about this when I started earning some money, and I was very interested because we have a lot of options, and I didn't know because no one of my family, like my father and my mom, invest. So I was the first person in my family who started investing. And I don't know, that's why I think it's so important to start teaching those things at school, because we are just afraid to invest in something that we don't know nothing, and it's a lot of responsibility, but it's not so difficult, and we don't need a lot of money to start. So I think that's the main idea that I want us to spread all of this meeting today, because it's very important and we have to talk about this, and it's not like so difficult. So let's just start searching for this and searching and learning about this, because we do have a lot of people teaching this on internet. So we have to be careful, because I know there are a lot of people who can say everything that is not true. But I just think it's very important to try, because it's our life, it's our money, and we can give all of our money to the banks. Right?
I think the first thing you must learn, if you earn, for example, 1,000 reais, you separate 10% and buy Tesouro Selic or buy stocks. This is the first thing. So you haven't 10,000 to spend. You have just 9,000 to spend. This is the first thing you need to know about how to control your money. This is the first thing you must learn.
Yeah, to save the money before start spending, right?
Yeah, that's the right way.
Yeah. Good tip. And guys, do you think about your goals, like 1 year goal, 10-year goals that you need money to do, like a travel you want to do or a car you want to buy? Do you try to think about this when you are saving the money, or I'm just going to save because I need my emergency, I don't know how to say it, reserva de emergência. You are just thinking about this, or you already think about your goals, in your life?
I try to think about both, about the emergency reservation, maybe. I think that's it.
I don't know how to say this. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Reserva de emergência.
Emergency saving, maybe this, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. Emergency saving. So I try to divide and think about my goals, my dreams for the future or for the next month, and I'm not divide like right away, but I have in mind what I want to do with this money. And you, Luciane?
As I said before, I am thinking about 2 years. I want to make my emergency saving for 2 years. And I have parents and my grandma, elder people. So you don't know what can happen tomorrow. So it's very, very important. You have some saving, some emergency saving. So 1 and 2 years is a good time for me. And how about you, Jefferson?
I love to listen to this kind of things, so important. That means that you are educated with money. That's very important. So we need to plan your life. What you to plan? What I want to buy for 4 months from now, 10 years, retirement. So in my case, I contribute to a VGBL. It's a kind of money that I put for my retirement. I separated 2% of my salary. I used to buy this VGBL for my retirement, para minha aposentadoria. That's very important for me because I know I'm working now, I'm earning money, but I don't know how will be my life when I retired. So I need to save money. And I used to save money too, as Luciane said. I want to buy a new car. So I'm preparing, I'm saving the money, separate the money. This is the money to buy the car. So I go there, buy the car, and I pay half of the car, and the rest I have a finance. I need to pay without pay interest rate. And most of the thing I used to do this. I used to plan everything I earn. That I gain money. So I use this for my whole life. And I used to teach this too. It's very important. So it's depend of the money. If you have money to save, it's okay. You haven't no money, so you need to learn how to save money. Even 10 reais, 30 reais. With 30 reais, you can invest in Tesouro Direto. You must begin. That's it.
Well,
Sophia, I think you must finish the rule. No, it's 5 minutes.
yeah, I'm
You
going
have another rule, no?
I'm going to. Thank you for the reminder, Jefferson.
But it's so interesting to talk about money.
Yeah. I lost
The
time.
people in the other room, oh my God, where's
People
Sophia?
must have
Where
already
is
in the
Sophia?
question. Oh gosh. Okay, so people are coming back. Welcome back, guys.
Hi.
Who here is saving money? Raise your hands.
No one. Are you saving
No
money,
one.
Sophia? Are you saving money, Sophia?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
That's nice. I guess there is someone here that might be, saving money. Let me see who is this guy. Let me see. Jefferson. Jefferson is an economist.
Yeah, Jefferson was teaching us about a lot of things, and he knows everything, every financial term in English.
Yeah, he's the way to go.
So you know each other.
Yep.
Great. So how was the conversation in your room, Luis Carlos? Are you saving money?
Was pretty nice. We could discussion one important question that about our financial situation. It's even more in the times that we are living now, where everything is very expensive, right? And I think that was enjoyable for all of us. We developed a little more our ability to communicate, and I think that is it. We have to talk about real things that we experience in our lives in order to develop our speaking. And this kind of thing is important.
Exactly. And you, Alexandre, how was the conversation for you?
Well, the conversation was very good. As retired from the bank, I work in a bank more than 35 years, and I have to teach clients how to handle their account, save money, not get a lot of interest from the bank. So, but before I work in a bank, I didn't know how to administrate my account. But as I didn't have money as well, so it was good for me. But my advice is try to buy only the necessary thing for your living. Save more money you can to spend in the future, because you don't know what's coming in the next year, in the next 5 years. Okay, so I think you have to have conscious that money is difficult to earn, but it's easy to spend. Okay, and we have to realize that money is very expensive to in the garbage. Sometimes you throw money in the garbage, okay? When you buy a lot of things that you will not use. It's my advice. I think you have to save almost 30%, at least 30% of your money you have to save. It's not okay. Save 20%, 15%, but try every single month save some money, because you can't buy a lot of things. Okay, it's not necessary.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think this is the main idea of this meeting today. I really want you to spread this message that we have to talk about financial education. We have to try to learn more about this, and we have to change this reality in Brazil and also in many countries of the world. I think we have to try to plan more how we expand our money. And I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys come back to this meeting. I'm going to send here the link of our YouTube channel so you can give us your feedback about our meeting, about TNT, about everything you want to say. Just comment there in the video. And thank you all for being here. I hope you come